What's up, YouTube? Turo Tales. I'm James. We're back with our 1 month checkup to see if renting out a Tesla on Turo is financially and fiscally responsible, if you can do it and have your costs paid for. So this is the checkup. This is 1 month. It is February 2nd today, and so we had our final trip end yesterday. We're going to show you all of the earnings for that and kind of get into it. So let's take a look first off at how much the total cost is. So if I minimize this here, we actually have Alliant is how we did it. You can see the total cost per month is $747.56. I'm not exaggerating when I say that this car payment was more than our first mortgage. Hurts my heart to see. The whole thing though that I'm trying to do for YouTube, theoretically, that's what I told my wife, for YouTube, is to find out if you can do the same thing and if you can just take it with $0 down and actually turn it into a profit. I actually screwed up. When they asked me the total price of the car, I estimated, I just put $50,000 thinking that was a placeholder. It was not. It was the total price of the car. So they actually gave me a $50,000 for the car. The car was only, I want to say, $48,000 and change. So I think it's $48,299 or something close to that, $292.85 maybe. And they took the excess and then sent me a check. So I actually got $1,800 check that I just deposited into my account. So this payment it could be a little bit lower. So figure that in. I think the APR was 2.99%, I believe. And that was based on good credit. And $747.56 is what we have to make, plus our insurance, which I'm still working on right now. I was just spent the last 30 minutes trying to find it, and it looks like they are updating our insurance. We also bought a couple properties in Alabama, so right now everything's in flux, and I couldn't find a good answer. But this is a good basis. $747.56 shows you what the actual payment is. So let's take a look and see how we did this first month of January. Now, this is deceiving, so let's go ahead and fix this and put it to only the vehicles that we care about, which is the Tesla in this case. So you can see $779 earned in 2021. So we just squeaked by with that for this month. The good thing is about that, at least first month is always kind of rough because you don't have any future ones. So you can actually see February, we already have a bunch of upcoming earnings that are getting booked in the future. So your first month is always going to be lower because you haven't had it on the platform long enough to garner some like futuristic trips. English is hard. I don't have any future trips in there, but now we do. So I'm hoping now that with $400 already slotted for the next month, that February is going to far exceed January. It's also worth looking at 2020 as well because we listed it right at the end of the month and we did get a couple bookings there, specifically one booking. I actually lowered the price down to the lowest possible price just to get a booking for that month, so $59. So we listed it, I think like December 28th or something. And so you can see that so far we're right there. We're maybe not making any money on this venture, but for the amount of trips I get, I have on it, I still get to drive it most of the time, and it's awesome. You can see we're still an all-star host, and we still have great trips and 5-star ratings and all that sort of thing, which is always very important. But if we look at our calendar here for the Tesla Model 3, you can see kind of how we've got our price structure. I put $99 as the base fee, with weekends slightly higher, Tuesdays and Wednesdays slightly lower, and then it kind of defrags. Holidays are higher, so we got a Valentine's Day weekend here. The price went up a little bit higher on that. You can also look at for the month of January. It should show me the days it was actually rented out. It doesn't. That's rude. I wish it did. It shows me that on my phone. So interesting. Let me see if I go to pricing, if it'll show me that. I don't care about your automatic crappy pricing. Yeah, and that's why. Anyway, don't use their pricing. Figure out what it is, play around with the numbers, and do not use their auto pricing because it is just hot garbage right now. Maybe it'll get better. They've made strides to get it better, but it just hasn't ever worked for me. So let's go to trip history instead. So you can see that the past trips, that's 700 and just shy of $800, how it was made here. This internet connection brought to you by Spectrum. Spectrum, when you want to use the internet, but you have no other choices, choose Spectrum. So you can see we had one in January. We had actually, yeah, one in January. What am I doing here? Sorry, 2 in December, and then the rest of these are all in January. So we had a 4-day trip, a 2-day trip, 2-day trip, and a 1-day trip here. So you can see 8 days. 8 days, and the rest of the time I got to drive it. And trust me, I do drive it every single freaking day because I love it so much. So question is, can you buy a Tesla, no money down, actually get paid to buy a Tesla, and still make money on it? Yes, you can. And I took out an ad when we weren't getting stuff, so I spent an additional $4.37 so far on Facebook advertising. I'll show you that ad in an upcoming video. If you're interested, if you want that ad, if you're curious, you can consider supporting us on Patreon. Also subscribe, do whatever these things do that YouTubers do. Just help us out. A simple like does a lot for us. Again, we don't get paid for these videos, but if you guys like us out, maybe someday we will, and we'll become famous, and then people will know me. I'm sorry. Listen, I love you guys. Thanks for indulging me. Go buy a Tesla. They're freaking sweet. And just tell your wife, look, wife, this weirdo in El Paso can do it. And El Paso is a tiny market. So we could definitely do it where we're at. People are going to want it. The novelty of it cannot be overstated how cool it is to get in there the first time, especially when you haven't done it. It's the future. In the future, no one's going to care about driving Teslas, but you got this window right now with the demand for Teslas are just skyrocketing. Elon Musk made me a lot of money, so thank you, Elon. You can come drive my Tesla for free anytime. It's on me. And thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys again. Up here, down here. Smash the like button. And leave any comments below if you think that this is a good idea. Let me know what things you're worried about, and I'll get back to you next time. Thanks. Bye.